Hey guys, Cece back with another video, and for today's video, we are going to be doing a full try-on haul of all the crap, okay, not all of it, but a lot of the stuff that I bought during the Sephora VIB sale event. So I told you guys when I did that haul that I would come back and share my thoughts, my first impressions, my wear test, and all that stuff. And here we are doing that. So your girl is wearing a lot of the makeup today. I filmed myself doing the makeup, so you guys will see clips throughout this video. And I'm just really excited to let you guys know my thoughts. We are now 7 hours into wearing this makeup and using these products. And so I kind of have a good feel of how they would look throughout the day. I've been in the house, I've been out in the elements doing all types of things. So I have a good feel, a good first impression feel for these products. So I'm really excited to share that with you guys. And these are some of the most these are some viral products that everyone's been talking about during this sale. So I'm super excited just to let you guys know how they work. Ooh, let's go. So I'm going to bring these products up in the order that I put them on my face. First being the brand new Anastasia Beverly Hills Rose Metals Eyeshadow Impressed Pigment Palette. So I will link the Sephora sale haul video in this video so you guys can check out all the products that I bought. But this is definitely one of the products that I was the most excited about. Absolutely love Anastasia shadow palettes. Haven't been buying them lately just because I don't wear eyeshadow as much as I used to. But when I saw this, I thought this was the perfect palette to get my feet wet and get back into buying eyeshadow palettes. This palette is so gorgeous. The pigments are so gorgeous. I did a super simple look on the eyes today, and well, it wasn't that simple, but it's a super pretty look also. And I thought this was just such a gorgeous palette. I mean, the shades blend very well. The pigments look so good on the eyes, and they're super pigmented and bold, and I love that. The mattes are very soft. They're not like super chalky, but they're very soft and they blend out very well. I don't find that they skip on the eyes at all. I did use an eyeshadow primer. I used this guy right here, which is the Milk Hydro Grip Eye Primer. I love this eyeshadow primer, but I can give a good review because I use this eyeshadow primer most of the time that I do eyeshadows. So I love that eyeshadow primer. I always use eyeshadow primer for the most part, and it played really well with this palette, and I just absolutely love it. I think this was such a great purchase, and again, I haven't purchased an eyeshadow palette in such a long time, so I thought this was a great one to get my feet wet. The packaging, very beautiful. It's actually slimmer than the other Anastasia palettes that I have. I don't know when they started that or if this is just the first one, but this is definitely slimmer than the other Anastasia palettes. They're a little thicker. It seems like they spent a little more money on packaging back in the day because some of them were velvet, some of them were glitter, or maybe this is just the look that they were going for. I don't have a problem with it. I'm just pointing out some of the differences that I noticed, but do love this palette. I would definitely recommend this palette. So if you want to go ahead and get your hands on it, Sephora will probably send out one more coupon before the year ends. So I would definitely think about getting this guy. Okay, let's get into the product that I was probably the most excited about trying, and it was the Haus Labs foundation and powder. You guys, it looks good right now, right? It looks very good right now, but this is after some triage, some touch-ups, some surgery. This is after a lot, okay? I have combination oily skin. Right now, we're more on the combination side because it's getting cooler outside. Now, it has been unseasonably warm lately, so I live in Cleveland, Ohio. It was 75 degrees today, and it's November 5th or something like that. So we're like putting up Christmas trees, and it's 75 degrees outside, right? So it's such a beautiful day. And this foundation, let me tell you the claims of the foundation first, okay? This is supposed to be A clean, cutting-edge, long-wear foundation that delivers superior makeup performance without compromising your skin. Infused with 20-plus skincare ingredients, buildable, medium coverage, luminous, second skin finish, ultra-fluid, weightless formula. Now, I know it says luminous, excuse me, I know it says luminous, and I know I just said I'm combination oily skin, so I usually stay away from luminous foundations. However, I heard so many good things about this foundation from so many different skin tones, or skin types, and I was like, let me just try it. This foundation has 50 shades, so you can find your shade in this foundation. I got the shade 340 medium cool, literally the perfect shade for me. I was so excited about this foundation, and I put it on, and I was like, ooh, we're looking a little luminous. This is looking a little luminous, but I said, you know what? We're going to try to tone it down with the corresponding Haus Labs Bio Blurring Loose Setting Powder, right? You guys remember when you saw the haul, I was so excited. So I said, we're going to try to tone it down with the powder. I put the powder on. We still looked a little luminous, but I had high hopes throughout the day. You guys, if you have oily skin, I would run from this foundation. And that has been my experience. I've had this makeup on for about 7 hours, and I did some serious, like, look at all of these. These are all of my like oil blotting sheets that I had to use to make this foundation look like this for this video, right? It just, I mean, it looked good for probably 2 hours, if that, and then everything just went downhill from there. I just can't get down with it. I'm gonna have to return it, and I hate returning stuff, right? I'm usually like, I can make it work, I can mix it with something else. Girl, this gotta go back, and this is going back today. Like, I wanted to give it even a second chance, but I was like, why would I do that? So even right after this, my husband and I are actually headed out, and we're going to a friend's house, and I am so afraid to go to their house and spend hours there because I'm like, I'm gonna look like a grease ball by like hour 2. So I'm gonna have to bring like blotting sheets and setting powder and all of that so I don't look so bad throughout the night. And I should not have to think about that. And I have plenty of other foundations that I don't have to think about that with. So even I have luminous foundations, and they didn't do me this dirty, right? This foundation did me pretty dirty. I was looking a mess by like hour 4. And I did take some videos, so I'll put those clips in here, but it's just not for your girl. It's just not for your girl. And I wanted to make this foundation work so bad. It looks good on the skin though. It looks very skin-like. It's very weightless. I can definitely say that. But once my oil started to kick in, baby, this foundation did me dirty, okay? And the powder is kind of the same. Let me see what the powder's claims are. The powder claims are, it don't say on the box. It says it can be used alone on clean skin to blur, or it can be used to set makeup or to brighten targeted areas of the face. That's all it says on the box, but it didn't help as much as I would like. It didn't help tone down the oiliness. So I ended up using, for my 4-hour touch-up, I ended up using the Laura Mercier blurring powder, the new one. I ended up using that because I love that so much, but it just didn't help with the oils. It didn't help the situation at all, and that just was not for me, the foundation or the powder. And it kind of sucks because I really wanted it to work, but it just ain't for me, y'all. Okay, let's move into the Fenty Blush Duo. This is the Double Cheeked Up Freestyle Cream Blush Duo, and it's in Peony Droppa and Molly Booze. And I love this so much. Next time I'm going to mix the two blushes, but I used Molly Booze today. I put on just a really light wash, and I feel like I should have said it with the powder, but I just put on a really light wash of this cream blush. I still see a little bit of it 7 hours later. Not super pigmented unless you build it up. So I did, like I said, I did a very light layer, and I stippled it with this MAC 187 brush. Y'all remember when all the girls was in a chokehold over the MAC 187? I still have mine. And so I just stippled the blush on with that. I'm actually going to put a little more on right now. Because like I said, we're headed out in a minute. And I just want to make my look a little fresh. And I'm just mixing both shades, kind of going in and mixing both shades. And we're just gonna... I love the Fenty cream blushes. I've always loved them, and I love them because they are so subtle. So I don't want a blush that's really gonna make me look like a clown. Like, that's not what I'm looking for. I want a subtle blush. I want to be able to see it. I want it to, you know, I want it to look good, but I also want it to be very, very subtle. So I think the Fenty cream blushes do a great job of that, and I'm happy about this. This one, I'm very happy about my purchase. I think it was a good purchase, and I think this is this limited edition? Maybe it's not. I don't know, but really love these. Okay, 2 more products I wanted to show you guys. This one I actually did not get during the Sephora event. I actually picked this up at Ulta, and it ended up coming in the mail yesterday, and I was like, yes, I'll just include it in this video. But it's the MAC Fix Plus Stay Over. And Stay Over? Is that what it's called? Yeah, MAC Fix Plus Stay Over. And this is their new long-lasting setting spray. So if you guys know anything about the original Fix Plus, the original Fix Plus was more of a finishing spray. So it didn't really set your makeup. It just more kind of like, I don't know, kind of melted all your powders together and really finished off the look, right? So this is actually a setting spray. It's supposed to set your makeup. It's supposed to make your makeup long lasting and, you know, all the claims. So I feel like MAC should have came out with one of these forever ago. I remember when they came out with the Matte Fix Plus, but it still wasn't like an actual setting spray. So this one is an actual setting spray. I got the small size just to try it out. Didn't do anything for me today with the foundation and the powder, you know, issues that we talked about. So I'm gonna have to continue trying this with my tried and true foundations, the ones that don't fail me like this one does. So I think I'll have to give you guys just another update on this later on, because I don't know, if I'm judging off of today, it's a no. But I know that wasn't the right foundation for my skin type, so I can't really blame the rest of the makeup when I already knew what I was getting myself into. But at the same time, like I said, I can't give an accurate representation of this because I know what that foundation and powder was about. So I'll update you guys on this later, but yeah. Last but not least, I don't have it on right now, but I'll insert clips of me applying, and it is the Makeup by Mario's Lip Lift Kit. And this is what the box looks like. These are little $20 mini lip kits, and I was so excited to get my hands on these. They didn't have the shade that I wanted, the other shade that I wanted, so I ended up picking up, what is this? Mauve Nude is what it's called. So the Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil is in Smoky Pink, and then the Ultra Suede Lipstick is in the shade Aaron. And they are really cute because you can like put these in your purse and go. And I just love like the little mini nature of them, but it's just a very pretty like mauve color, and then it has the corresponding little lip pencil. So I found it to be very, very smooth. Like a lot of times when you talk about, you know, these lip pencils that you have to sharpen, a lot of times they'll like skip on my lips. You guys know that feeling, and they just feel really dry and they skip when you're trying to apply it. This applied very, very smoothly along with the lipstick. The lipstick has that, just dropped it. The lipstick has like that velvet look and that velvet feel that I really, really, really love. I love it when my lipsticks look like that. Huda Beauty's lipsticks actually have like that velvet texture, and these remind me a lot of that, and I love the Huda Beauty lipstick. So love that. I was eating today. I was drinking today. That was 7 hours ago. This does not claim to be some sort of long wearing lipstick. So after the food and the drinks and all of that, the lipstick is gone, and I just ended up putting on this gloss. This is the Patrick Ta Patrick Ta gloss, and she's an influencer is what it is. So I just ended up putting that on my lips now, and I also topped the lipstick and the lip liner with that earlier. It made the most beautiful combination, but like I said, we're going out to hang out with friends, we're going to be drinking and all that, so I'm just going to put on gloss for now. But I do love the little lip kit, and I love that it's only $20, and I love that it's mini, so you can throw it in your purse and you don't have to worry about it taking up too much space. So I hope you guys enjoyed those mini reviews. I hope you enjoyed this wear test, and let me know down below if you guys purchased any of these products or if you plan on purchasing any of these products in the future. All the products I really liked except for the foundation and the powder, which are arguably probably the most important parts of the makeup. But those are the two products, those gotta go back because I wasn't vibing with those at all. But other than that, everything else seems to be a hit, and I definitely recommend them. So again, let us know down below if you purchased any of these, if you've used any of these, and what you think. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching and supporting my channel, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.